Hello guys, hope you're doing well. We will be doing a live project today. The project is about creating high availability architecture within Azure Load Balancer using Azure CLI. The project agenda is to create high availability architecture by distributing traffic among the healthy service instances in cloud services or virtual machine into a load balancer with the help of command line. The project description is to create there is a company, for example, there is a company who want to create deploy web applications in high availability environment so that only healthy instances will be serving the traffic to the end users, then ensure that user will not face any downtime, I mean. They have decided to work with Azure Public Load Balancer and implement the functionality. So let's get onto my screen. I will show you step by step how we can create a high availability solution and distribute traffic among the two instances. These instances can be virtual machines and can be web applications and which are sharing the same database. So let's go to my screen guys and I will show you how we can achieve this. Okay, I'm resizing my camera size and let's go to my browser. I already logged into the Azure portal. Let's click on the get started. This is first time I'm logging into the Azure. So we have Azure portal is ready. We can see how many virtual machines are already there. We have to first identify the virtual machines or the web application. So currently there is one virtual machine which is already created by the previous user. So we're not going to do anything with that. We will create new virtual machines and set up a load balancer, and after that we will distribute the traffic between these two virtual machines. So we're going to create a two virtual machines, and for your understanding I'm going to install a web application on the both virtual machine so we can check the things and the steps and everything working fine parallel with this process. Anyway, let's get to the work. So we have no virtual machines. We just see the resource group should be empty. Now there is three resource group already, but we will create our own resource group. So let's get started with the first creating resource group. I'm logging into the Azure CLI. This is the first time, so it's asking me to either want to use the bash or the PowerShell. I will click on the PowerShell. I like it. This is the first time, so we need to create storage in order to start the CLI. So I will click on the create storage button. It will automatically create a storage within the zones. It will take a few minutes, guys. Meanwhile, let's see it is creating resource group or not. It will create a new resource group for the Azure CLI. Anyway, this is not our concern. Our concern is to create virtual machine and create and configure load balancer for it. So looks like the PowerShell is getting ready. You can perform all these steps in GUI, Azure portal, and also we can use this Azure CLI. In our case, I'm going to use the Azure CLI because this is the client's requirement. Let's type AZ. Okay, it's getting ready. Perfect. So first I am gonna create a resource group AZ, and then I will type the command group create then name my resource group group like this, and we have to determine the location. Location is east east us. Let's me double check the command. Az group create dash dash name my resources group, my resource group, then location is us. Let's press enter. What happens next? Okay, it shows the succeed. Wow, let me check it. Resource group should be there already. It's not here yet. Let me refresh it. Go back again and see the resource group should be there. My resource group is not here yet. Okay, yeah, here it is. My resource group. Wow. Okay, now let's go to the next step. So the next step is to create a virtual machine. And to create a virtual machine using command line, we have to type the command az, then VM for the virtual machine, then see create virtual machine. Then we have to assign the resource group that we created already. resourc resource dash group my resourc resource group. Well, now I have to assign the name for the virtual machine. It should be VM1 or maybe whatever you like, but I like this one, my VM1. And then I am using the predefined in Azure images. I'm going to use the Ubuntu and 2204 version 22.04, and we have to assign the admin username, admin username. Make sure you type the correct command. The wrong commands can create errors. Then username is Adil. You can put your name. Then we have to generate SSH keys in order to log into the Azure virtual machine. So generate SSH dash keys and press enter. I hope I haven't made any mistake. So it says my resource group did not find. What was the name of the resource group I created already? Is my resource group. It is my resource group. I resource group. And I think I made a mistake. Now, yes, it's working now. It has created RSS keys, which has been stored in the particular location in the virtual machine. We should have the RSS keys in order to log into the virtual machine. If you are logging from the web CLI, then you don't need to you don't need to enter the SSH keys. There are multiple ways for the logging into the virtual machine, but we want to use the Azure CLI. It will take some time. So meanwhile, I am stopping the video and I will come back again once this is done. Welcome back, guys. Looks like the virtual machine has been created. Now we can see it has given us the private IP address for the virtual machine and the public IP address. So in order to log into the virtual machine, we have to type SSH, then username at the public IP address of the virtual machine, which is 2396.116.129, and press enter and type yes if you want to automatically log in next time. It will take you to the virtual machine, and we have logged into the virtual machine. Now if you go here, you will see the VM1 has been created. Now in order to install the web application on the virtual machine, we have to do we have to follow some steps. Well, just a minute, I need to recall the command. So first we will update the server using the command line, which is sudo apt update. This will update the entire virtual machines. Okay, it's done. Now we have to repeat the command sudo apt install. I'm using the Apache. You can use any Linux or any server you like. Apache 2. Press yes to continue. Okay, perfect. Let's check the status of the Apache server. For those to take status, sudo sysdemctl, then status Apache 2. Apache 2 is active and running, and now we will see what was the IP address for the virtual machine. It was tenants here. We will go to the IP. If this is not working, maybe we need to adjust the rules. Go to virtual machine, go to network setting, and create a new port rule, inbound rule, source any, destination any, services HTTP, and then allow it. Yeah, it's creating. Sorry, it has been created. Let's try again. You can also try to restart Apache. Apache has been restarted. Let's try again. Okay, it's working fine now. So we have the first virtual machine is ready. Now we exit from the virtual machine, and then we're gonna create a new virtual machine, and everything will remain same. Just we will put the VM my VM2. Last time it has not took the time, so let's wait for the few minutes. If it's taking time, then I will stop the video and come back again. There should be an option here. VM2 is being created. It's not yet running. Yes. So you can see here. Okay, the virtual machine is created. So we have the second virtual machine. Let's before we install Apache, we will create the rules here. Network setting. Then we create inbound rule, and it is HTTP service, and click it. The rule is created. This part you can skip this part, all the virtual machines, if you already have the virtual machine, because it's for the client requirement. They already should have the virtual machines ready or the web application ready. They should be sharing the same database. Excuse me. So let's get back to the work. Uh, Now we log into the virtual machine, this one, a new one, copy it, SSH Adil, the username, then type the IP address, paste, here we go, yes, we will use the same command, sudo apt update update. It's not sudo, it's sudo. It's not you, I mean. Done. Then sudo apt install Apache 2. Apache has been installed. Let's test it. I already copied the IP address. Okay, working fine. So we have two instances ready, and both having the Apache. In real case, the both instances should be sharing the same database. Okay, let's exit from the virtual machine. The first part is done. Now we're gonna create. Now we're gonna create load balancer. In order to create a load balancer, we can use the command yeah. Yeah, before we create the load balancer, we need to create a public IP. Sorry, I'm forgetting the steps. AZ network public, AZ network public IP, PUBLIC public, PUBLIC public, and then IP. So AZ network public IP. We are creating new. So create same resource group, resource group, my resource group, group, then name my PUBLIC public IP, SKU standard, STNDARD standard, location method, dash method, static, STATIC. Okay, let's go. Unrecognized argument. Let's double check it. A double L O C A T I O N, A double L O C A double L O C A T I C O C A T I O. And looks like I'm having a mistake. Let's type again. Standard. Yep. Okay. The IP has been created. Our new IP is this one. So we go to IP and see it's not fine because there's nothing and we haven't assigned anything to this IP. Let's double check it from the resources. My resource group. Okay, my public IP is there already. Let's go to the next step. Now we will create a load balancer. In order to create the load balancer, we will type a command az network lb for the load balancer. Create this. We assign the resource group, the same resource group. This source-droup group. My resource group. Then we will give it a name for the load balancer. My load BALANCER balancer, BALANCER balancer. Then we will assign a front-end IP name. FRONT front and dash IP dash name my front end pool. Then we will give it backend pool. Sorry, I will assign the public IP. PUBLIC public IP address address my public IP that we created already earlier IP. Then we will create a backend pool, backend pool, POOL pool name my backend pool. Okay. It will take some time. You can see the my load balancer will appear here once the load balancer is created. Yeah, it is done. Let's refresh it. My load balancer is here, and the IP should be assigned to front-end IP configuration. Yeah, public IP is already assigned here, and we have the backend pool, but backend pool is empty. So now what we will do, we will assign our both virtual machines to the backend pool. In order to do that, we're gonna use a command az network nick ip dash the dash config address dash pool 8. So the resource group resourc resource group group my resource group. Then we will add a NIC name, NIC network card name, NIC dash name, my VM1 VM and IC. You guys will ask from where I got this name. You go to your virtual machine, like my virtual machine 1, and you can go to the network. So this is the nick for your virtual machine. If you click on it, so this is the name for the NIC, NIC network interface, and this is the name for the IP config. So we will double check this. My VM1 VMC VM NIC NIC. Okay, perfect. This is perfect. Then we will assign the IP config name dash IP config name IP here, this one, IP config my VM1, and dash we have to assign the load balancer name also, LB dash name my, because where it will be done, load EA LANCR balancer, and we have to tell which backend pool you want to use to add these network interfaces. Dash address, and then pool my backend pool. We say press enter. Looks like I am having some mistake. The following argument, okay, the my backend pool IP config name. Okay, IP config name is not correct. Yep, yeah. I see the mistake. I see the mistake here. IP config my VM, this one, my VM1. Now let's press enter again. Yeah, looks like it has been added. Let's double check. Go back again, resource group, my resource group, my load balancer backend pool, and let's see the backend pool. So my backend pool, looks like there still we have the error. Now what is the error? Let's clear this screen. IP config name. Where is the mistake? Let's start from over. AZ network IP-config address pool 8 resource group my resource group my VM1 my VM1 VMNIC VMNIC IP-IP config. Yeah, here is the mistake. IP config name. IP-config name. My load balancer and my backend pool. So let's press enter now. Okay. Starting resource group not found. My resource group. What happened with me today? My resource RESOURCE group. Okay, it's running now. Done. Let's minimize this and refresh this. Yeah, so see, we can see that my virtual machine 1 has been added here and it's running now. Now we repeat the same process for the virtual machine 2. We go to the resource group, my virtual machine 2, and we see the name for the network setting. So everything is same, just we have to replace the 1 with 2. Everything is same, we just replace the 1 with the 2. Press enter. Perfect. Let's verify this. What happened to the load balancer? Let me check it. Okay, taking pool. So we can see the both virtual machines look like have been added here. Okay, perfect. Now the next step is to configure the network health group so we can monitor these both virtual machines. We go to my network and we see we don't have any health group here. So we create health group I think we need to create a front-end IP configuration. Front-end IP is already done. We don't need to create it. It's already done. So we will directly jump to the next step, which is health probe. Yes, let's create a health probe. Easy network, then LB probe, create resource group RESOURCE dash group GROUP, then my RESOURCE group, then load balancer name LB dash name my LOADBALANCR balancer dash health probe name dash name my HEALth PROBE probe dash protocol 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 TCP, then dash port 80, then we have to add the interval, how much interval should be there, checking the health for the instances, interval maybe 10 seconds, press enter, health probe has been created at the port 80. The next step is we have to create a network rule, like the load balancer rules. In order to create the load balancer rule, we have to type the command az network lb rule create dash dash resource dash group my RESOURCE resource group, then lb load balancer name my load BALANCR balancer name for the rule my health probe rule protocol dash dash PROTOCOL protocol, again TCP, front end port dash dash front end dash port 80, and dash dash backend port backend dash PORT port 80. Perfect. And then front end IP name front dash dash front 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 end dash IP dash name. What was the name for the front end IP? Let me check it. Front end IP. Yeah, my front end pool. My front end pool. And then we have to assign the backend pool name. Back end pool name. My back end pool. Is it correct? My backend pool is correct. Then the health probe that we're gonna use is PROBE probe dash name. What was the name for the health probe? My health PROB. Yes. Yeah, looks like the rules has been created. No rules. There is an error. Okay. Again, the resource group. Again. I'm making a mistake with the resource group. My RESO group. RESO. RESOURCE. Starting and okay, perfect. So let's check it now. It should become here. It should come here. Yeah, okay, done. So the rule has been created. Now let's check the IP. Perfect. Now health probe is working fine. My load balancer is working fine. It is working with this IP, the new IP. It should work also with this IPs. It should work with this IPs. So let's clean up now. Health probe configured perfectly. It's working with this IP. Now any of the instance have the health issues or went down or the CPU usage is high, it will automatically divert the traffic to the healthy instance. Now our health probe is configured perfectly. Now we go to my resource group. We don't need the public IP for the instances. So what we do actually, we go to the virtual machines. We go to the virtual machines and we go to the VM. Then we go to the network setting. And from here, we go to the public IP. Sorry. Go back network setting. From the network interface, go to the IP configuration and click on IP config. And we don't need the public IP for this instance. The same goes with the other network instance, other virtual machine VM2. Go to the network setting and go to the network interface setting. Click on IP config, then associate public IP. You can save it. Done. Let's refresh this. So we see there is no public IP associated with this virtual machine, and we will see go to virtual machine number 1, and we can see there should be also no public IP associated with this virtual machine. Sorry, see there's no public IP for it. So this IP will not work anymore, and this IP will not work anymore. Instead, we will use a common IP for load balancer IP. So now the question is how we will access these virtual machines. In order to access this virtual machine, you can use serial connector for the console. In order to enable the serial construct, we click on the enable with manage storage account and click apply it. Now this is where you can access the virtual machine from the serial console. There we go, click refresh. Now you can connect with the virtual machine using the serial console terminal, and you can repeat the same process for the other virtual machine. Maybe you can reset the password. Just put on the put the reset password, and you can, instead of using the SSH public key, you can use the password for it. Okay. I will show you that I can access the virtual machine using serial console. Then I will end this video. Done. Okay. Now you go to again to the serial console. There we go. Username and the password. So I log in to the virtual machine. Okay, Apache is running. So you can repeat the same steps for the other virtual machine in order to remove the IP. Let me do it. The part of cleanup is also delete the public IP that were associated with earlier with the virtual machines. This is the my VM2. Okay, perfect. Now we go again to the resource group. This is the final cleanup. My resource group and sort by type. You don't need these two IPs. You can delete. Rest of everything will remain same. This is the end of the project. We successfully complete the project using the front-end public IP for the load balancer. We can access the healthy instance. It will automatically route the traffic between the healthy and the weak instance. Thank you guys. See you again for the next video. Bye bye. Take care.